the crowdfunding hell prison workshop. You too can own something that has been fashioned lovingly by the gnarled hands of our inmates. This is the opening splash page for the campaign for Prometheus on Indiegogo. It's a phone, a cell phone with bells and whistles on it, as you have come to expect. Why not take a look at their pitch video and see? Pretty spiffy, eh? They claim to have a prototype in the wall of text and that they'll soon be in production and deliver by Christmas 2020, at least according to their timetable. It starts to come into question, though, when examining their own published backstory, where the statement is made that the folks designing this are from Hungary, and presumably still in Hungary. Yet the campaign itself is allegedly based in Los Angeles and is a U.S.-based company, according to what they're claiming. China and Asia also make an appearance in the FAQ, where supposedly manufacture and assembly will take place. Now, how a startup crowdfund campaign will pull all this together, all the parts, all the resources, and deliver on the published timetable remains to be seen. In my opinion, I really don't think so. Prometheus says they have prototypes as early as 2017 that were put into the hands of, well, what I call beta testers. They may have had a different term for it, but beta testers will do. Oddly, none of those participants who were part of this process in 2017 has apparently seen fit to speak or write reviews about their experience. This begs the question, why? Then there is the product itself that should give you pause. It is, after all, a cell phone, and there are many already on the market, ready to purchase and use with the same or similar high-end specifications. What makes this one worth gambling on as a crowdfunded item, where you'd have to source the materials, the manufacturing facilities, all those things? Another curiosity is how quickly Prometheus reached their low goal of $30,000. Was this the result of articles being written and planted and seeded well prior to the campaign start? There are firms out there that provide such marketing services to crowdfunders behind the scenes for a fee in order to boost the number of backers. It doesn't matter if a prototype exists. It doesn't matter if the product actually works or if they could even deliver on their promises. As long as the money comes in terms of pledges and crowdfunding, everybody's happy. But the biggest reason to avoid such campaigns might only be learned after it is too late. In the case of Prometheus, take a look at the comments left by the backers around June 7th of 2020 after discovering suddenly they cannot rescind their pledges, even though supposedly, even according to Indiegogo's terms of use, they should be able to. Now, it may be a glitch somewhere, yet who is to say? Don't catch cold from the cool factor. As for Prometheus, they're warming up rather nicely in their new home in crowdfunding hell.
Brought to you by
YouTube, which reminds you to subscribe and hit that bell to be notified of any new videos that come out on crowdfunding hell. This is Vortex, a Kickstarter campaign in the ever-popular category of energy generation or improvement. It's the place where you usually find perpetual motion machines or campaigns that really don't seem to get that physics isn't going to change just because we wish it to be. Vortex seems to fall into the second category, in my opinion. Now, according to the wall of text, and it is pretty massive, the basic idea is to make energy generation systems more efficient and thereby increase their performance. Of itself, this is a worthwhile goal and one pursued daily by massive corporations and heavily funded physics laboratories all over the planet. Keeping that fact in mind, why is this effort being crowdfunded rather than financed and researched through one of those entities? Please keep in mind that they have supposedly been working on the possibility of this device for more than 6 years. During that time, they say that they have burned through more than 500,000 euros in research on their idea in 6 years. Now, they have come to you in a crowdfunding campaign, supposedly in order to complete the research as soon as possible. Again, why do they feel the need to use crowdfunding as opposed to simply presenting the idea to one of the many entities trying to do energy research that are well funded? Perhaps it has something to do with the fact that if you struggle through the big wall of text, you'll discover that there are many assumptions that are made that simply cannot be accurate in application. They fall prey to one of the assumptions that many people that try to produce perpetual motion machines do, which seems to involve ignoring the fact that energy transmission is lost when introducing additional and more complicated devices. That hasn't prevented other people from trying down through the ages. There was even someone who, prior to the failure of this campaign on Kickstarter, left them a message in their comment section trying to get them not to continue falling down the particular rabbit hole they had uncovered, because he had already been there and learned the hard way to climb back out of it. No word yet on whether they heeded his advice. Otherwise, they will continue to fall down the rabbit hole, the one leading straight to crowdfunding hell.
Brought to you by
the Patreon supporters of Crowdfunding Hell. Click on the link below in the description for this video and become a patron of Crowdfunding Hell.